What's up, Hokie Nation? Thank you for joining us on our first episode of a fresh new series called Hokie Hoops Hangout. We provide fans an inside look at our men's basketball program and give you the opportunity to get to know players beyond the highlight plays and big moments. I'm your host, Owyn Dawyot, joined by
guard Tyler Johnson
and point guard Hammond.
All right, let's get into it, guys, without further ado. So catch us up on what each of you have been doing. Take us through on what life is like after the season ends. You know, obviously y'all have finals and whatnot, and then you have a quick little stint at home. And now you're already back. So what does life look like recently?
So really after our last game, it was basically like honing everything back in. Basically get some time off a little bit, but looking at watching film, seeing what you can do better for next year, getting back in the gym, working out. More high intensity workouts since you got practice and things like that, lift and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it for me. And then on my little stint home, it was pretty cool. It was just fun to see my loved ones, my mom, my dad, my sister, grandma, and them like that. Good to see them, hang with them, still work out, but have fun, have time to equal things out.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to get that time back home with your family. Now, B-Ham, what is it looking like for you recently?
Basically, never really stops. Basketball never really stops since the season ended. Just getting back in the gym, like T was saying, watching film on what you need to improve on, and going back home and getting with your guys that you worked with at home, seeing the family. That's always great. You know, you haven't seen them since at the beginning of the year. You don't really get much breaks during the season. So, I mean, that was great. Being home, seeing all the teammates that we had in high school, grouping back up with them, having some runs, just playing good basketball. So it's been good. Yeah.
Definitely. Cool. Now this will actually lead us into our next question. So what's been the biggest focus for, I guess, each of y'all this off-season, games or skills that you want to polish in your game and whatnot?
My main thing was getting my shot more consistent and my handle up to, a certain level where it doesn't matter who's in front of me and things like that. So that's the two things. And, just expanding my game, my IQ overall, watching film and things like that is what I've been focused on for next year.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I say just getting my body right, getting healthy. We played a long season. We're going to play another long season. Me and Tyler played a lot of minutes as a freshman. So, I mean, it was a lot of wear on our bodies. So I feel like just getting healthy, getting recovery and all that is very important. And like T was saying, just working on our games, trying to get my shot right as well. Just everything overall just needs to get better for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you went a little bit into recovery, and that's huge. I feel like, you have a long season, taking some time to recover and kind of regroup with your bodies a little bit is huge. Now, the fans wanted to know, with our next question, who's winning in a 1v1 between y'all, and what's the score?
What are we going to?
Going to 11. I'd say ones and twos, make it, take it.
Make it, take it?
Make it, take it.
Shoot, I got me. Oh, man, I might miss twice. Okay, so 11-5. I'm going to give him 5 good ones. He might hit some threes. That's it.
You going to take that, B-Ham?
It's 11-4 then, since you want to say 5.
Why you had? I gave you some respect. I said 5. But
that wasn't no respect.
Yeah, okay.
We playing
we can play. We need to. Yeah, let's set it up.
Yeah, no, yeah. We should actually do a video. I mean, we need to see what happens.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So if y'all weren't playing each other 1v1 and you were playing a Hokie alum 1v1, which Hokie alum are you beating?
Oh, I'm gonna say. I know exactly what I'm gonna say because it's gonna get him. I'm gonna say Ace. I feel like I'm being Ace right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I say Ace too, but another dude I'd probably say Justin Robinson.
Oh, Justin Robinson.
Playing 1v1. Yeah.
Okay, that's a big one.
J-Rob.
All right, so on a more serious note, why did each of you choose Virginia Tech? What was the thought process behind, coming here?
I'm from Virginia, so I mean, it's close to home for sure. Family can come to all the games, not really that far. So I wanted to be, somewhat at home for sure. And the coaching staff showed that when I come here, it's going to be like a home environment. They're going to treat me as family. They're going to take me under their wing. The staff that we have here, great point guards, J.D. Byers, Chester coming in. They all played college basketball. And those great coaches taking me under their wing just to learn from them. And I felt like it was a good spot for me.
Awesome. And Tyler?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not that close to my crib, so it's like, it felt like a family my first day here. So like I was comfortable talking to them, talking to Jax, strength coach, all the coaches and things like that. It was just, I was talking to my dad and things. it was like, man, it felt like a family away from home. So no matter how far I was from the crib, it felt good to be here. Definitely. I felt like it was the right place.
Yeah, it sounds like each of y'all put a lot of thought into your decision, and it sounds like y'all made a really good decision. So now, obviously, Castle is each of your favorite arena. I mean, the atmosphere is unmatched. But other than Castle, what would each of you say is your favorite arena you've played in from your freshman year so far?
I say probably Cameron, Duke.
Yeah,
just like watching them when I was younger, and just always thinking of playing in that arena. I would never think like I was going to play there, and now I'm here playing in there. It's just crazy. It was really surreal for real.
I bet that's surreal.
That's a good one. I was thinking about when we played Clemson at home. Their gym was nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Clemson does have a pretty nice gym.
The atmosphere was different too.
Yeah, definitely. Now, who would you say is the player that each of you model your game after?
When I was younger, a lot of my coaches tried to get me to stop watching NBA basketball, watch college basketball. Like college basketball is a better form of basketball. They actually like go hard and stuff like that. So when I was younger, I tried to model my game after Tyler Ulis. Tyler Ulis from Kentucky, smaller guard, just a guy that controls the floor all the time. That's how I want to play, how I need to play for Virginia Tech for sure. And probably Chris Paul too. Chris Paul in the NBA is a great point guard. Pass first point guard, I feel like that's what I do on the floor. So for sure, those two.
Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely. I take a lot away from like two-way guards because I'm playing defense and trying to score. So it was a little bit of recently, like I've been watching like Lou Dort or Jalen Williams from OKC, and then like getting some junk from like Anthony Edwards and things like that, like their post bags and stuff like that, moves they make.
Gotcha. Yeah, so are you a Thunder fan? You said two Thunder players, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort. No, you just probably been watching them in the playoffs.
Yeah, when they was in college, I watched a lot of them too.
Gotcha. All right, so what has it been like playing for Coach Young, and how would y'all say he's helped your game develop over this past year?
It's been great playing for Coach Young. I feel like it's a lot of fun. He's an older guy, so old-fashioned basketball. I feel like he's taught us a lot for sure. He's very blunt with what he says, so it gets you better for sure. Even when you think you're playing good, he'll tell you like, you look like a wet rag out there or some crazy junk like that. So, I mean, I feel like this first year has been great. I love playing for Coach Young.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel like my first year on the mental aspect was like the biggest part of me, like coming into every practice locked in, every game, and not having that drop off. Because he was like, at some point, because we were playing, so he was like, at some point you're not a freshman no more. So you got to go out there and be mentally focused more than anything. Physically, all that mental is, like Jack says, 3 to 1. So you're strong mentally, your body's gonna follow. That's the main thing I learned.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the jump from high school to college is huge.
Yeah, so different.
And Coach Young and a lot of the other guys, you mentioned Jack's our strength and conditioning coach. They don't like to sugarcoat things. It sounds like y'all really appreciate that. So that's awesome. Now, what would you say is your favorite moment from last year's season?
Favorite moment? I was hurt, but when we played NC State at home and Ben Burnham got the steal,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that was crazy.
At the end of the game, I felt like that was a great moment, and that got everybody hyped. So even when I was hurt, I was real excited. I was running on the floor and everything.
Yeah,
so.
that was mine too. But another one, I'm trying to think. It was when Jay Shoot went off. And he started right. He went like for 11 straight or something like that in the second half of a game. I'm watching this and I'm like, yo, this is insane. And the crowd, it was at home. It was one of these games at home too. I can't remember the game. But like the way the crowd started sounding when he was hitting them threes, that jump was insane to me. Like I was just sitting there watching like in awe.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I mean, as a fan watching it, it was really cool to see. Definitely, the energy was unmatched. Now, both of y'all, stepped into roles very, very quickly last year as freshmen. Now, how would you say being impact freshmen last year impacts your mindset going into year two? Like, how do you think about going into year 2 based off the experience you've already had from year 1?
Yeah, so my main thing was to grow off the things I messed up on in the game and just even learn off of every game that I've been in. So watching film, like I said earlier, watching film and knowing that I've been there before in some like intense games and even like some of the weak games, you learn in every situation. So expanding off that, expanding my game, my mental aspect of the game next year is really I feel like gonna help me.
Yeah, playing a lot of minutes as a freshman, I for sure think benefited both of us. That's because it's going to make us better for next year. I feel like last year it was like we seen like a lot of people like think like freshmen don't play a lot and all that, and we're in there playing, they throwing us in the fire and all that. So I mean, just having that trust factor, just knowing you have that trust factor from the coaching staff, it just feels good. It makes you feel comfortable going out there and playing hard. So
definitely, I'm sure that experience from last year will be huge going into this year. Now, what would each of you say is the best game you've ever had? The fans want to know, I guess, just out of curiosity.
Dang, I don't know.
Nothing comes to the top of your head?
It would probably be like one of my high school games or something like that. But is it college or high school? It don't matter in our whole
Doesn't
career.
matter. Any game that stands out in your mind where you're like, dang, like I killed that game.
Oh man, I had a few high school games where I felt like I wasn't like being stopped. I couldn't miss. So it was like it might be one of them. One of my high school games from back then. A little minute ago though.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, I had a few high school games where I was doing pretty well or whatever. But I feel like when I was younger, I was playing on my AAU team called Dream Chasers. And we played at Spooky Nuke. It was like a very I feel like everybody played at Spooky Nuke. If you ain't play at Spooky Nuke, then you probably ain't play good AAU basketball. But yeah, I was playing. I forget. It was like a championship game. I think I hit like 7 threes or something, and that was like the most threes I hit in the game. So I feel like that was probably my best game for him.
Gotcha. All right, so obviously, basketball with practices, training, and whatnot takes up a lot of your time. Now, outside of basketball, what's your favorite thing to do on campus? Is there anything that y'all enjoy doing with your extra time?
Eat. Yeah, I'd be either playing video games, watching movies. I'd be in my room, so that's pretty much it.
All right, so then if you are eating and watching movies, I want to know the go-to grub spot in Blacksburg, and I also want to know favorite movie.
Favorite movies.
Favorite movie, yeah.
Go-to grub spot, Slake's.
Yeah, it used to be called Black Salt, but they changed the name. That's the best place around here. We just had it yesterday.
Right by Waffle House.
Yeah.
That joint top.
Or, my go-to Chipotle. I eat that every day. So, almost every day.
I love Slake's. Favorite movie, I don't know.
Shoot, I got mine. I got a few.
All right, let's hear it. Name them.
Any Spider-Man movie, I'm rocking with. Anything. My younger self would probably say Cars or Toy Story. But then recently, like older, I'm messing with all the Equalizers. So.
Oh yeah, Denzel.
I'm messing with all of them. So
action movies.
That's it.
Yeah, those are really nice.
My favorite movie probably Moana.
Moana? I don't hate that.
Moana, I know every song of
Moana. We just talked
Moana.
about that yesterday.
I know every song of Moana. I can sing every song. So probably Moana.
Gotcha. All right, so y'all know that the staff often has pickup games, and I understand that sometimes y'all will spectate those.
Yes.
Now, out of all the staff, coaches, managers, etc., who is the best hooper?
Like with their current age right now?
With their current age right now, who you got?
Probably JD.
JD?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But Ace be cooking too, but he old.
Ace be cooking.
But
Ace really don't miss sometimes.
Yeah.
And
But
JD,
we ain't seen Freddie's hoop yet.
I heard Jessica hoop, but
I heard he can.
I ain't seen it.
And guard. But
Yeah, but I ain't seen
JD, Ace, they both top two. They top two. I ain't gonna lie.
They be competing. They be
Yeah.
talking stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They be good runs.
Yeah. All right, now this will lead us into our next segment, which is rapid fire questions where you are going to choose between this or that. Now I'm going to list off 2 options, and then y'all just choose whatever comes to the top of your mind first, all right? All right, MJ or LeBron?
LeBron.
Are we going at the same time? Oh.
Nah, well, I'm gonna go Tyler.
Sure. You see how fast I said Bron.
Oh, Brian.
Ain't no question. I'm sorry, somebody might get mad. Ain't no question, bro.
The old heads are not gonna like that one.
Yeah, they ain't gonna like that at all.
All right, so dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs. I'm a dog person too. Late night walkthrough or early morning shoot around?
Late night walk.
Early morning shoot around. Get that junk out the way.
Nah, I like late night hoops.
Ice bath or hot tub?
Ice.
Hot tub.
Early bird or night owl?
Night
Early.
owl.
TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
Instagram. Yeah, okay.
Orange or maroon?
Orange.
Orange.
Orange. I'm a maroon guy, so
For real.
yeah. Apple Music or Spotify?
Apple Music.
Oh my gosh, I'm a Spotify. Gosh, guys. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Okay. Inner Sandman or your personal pregame playlist?
My pregame playlist.
Yeah,
we listen to Inner Sandman when we start the game,
so
we can't play that before the game.
All right, so who are some artists on y'all's pregame playlist? I'm curious.
Shoot. Right now, we got always Lil Baby. Lil Baby never leave the playlist. Lil Baby, Young Boy, Gunna, Lil Durk, G Herbo, Babyface Ray. Let's go on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty I don't listen. I probably listen to Gunna. Gunna, Young Thug, Rod Wave, and Baby Drill.
Listen to slow music too, like SZA.
Yeah.
Oh, SZA's good. Yeah, I like SZA. All right, guys. Well, that'll wrap up our first episode of Hokie Hoops Hangout. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're looking forward to a big year ahead. See you in the next episode.
Peace.